Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Empower Journal, a space to create the life you want to live. I'm your host, Dev, and join me on today's show exclusively for you on Amazon Music and Spotify. So, what's cooking in episode 24? Before setting up the context, let me read out the question for the episode. Hey, Dev, this is Simon. How are you doing? If you're reading this question in your episode, then thanks a ton. And I want to know this. Have you ever found yourself in midst of toxic people where you feel drained, doubting yourself, and struggling to maintain your sense of self-worth? How can I be proud of myself when no one else is, especially my own people? How do I stop feeling worthless and comparing myself to others? Because nobody is proud of who I am and my achievements. What do I do? And have you been there? Wow, Simon, that's quite a question. And I'm happy that I chose to answer this on my episode. The reason being is because this is a kind of question most people are wondering on some level, but don't even know how badly they need an answer. All I can tell you is what I think and what worked for me. So I'm here to guide you on the journey of resilience and positivity. You're listening to the Empower Journal, and I'm your host Dev, and this is episode 24, Riseable. How to be proud of yourself in the midst of toxic society. I believe that a huge part of finding your self-worth and learning to love yourself involves pulling back the curtain of society we are living in. What I mean by this is, this feeling of worthlessness and comparing ourselves to the other people, thinking everyone has it better than us. It is actually not your fault that you feel this way. It is not some shortcomings within you even. It is directly connected to the society we currently living in. Whether you agree with it or not, we are continuously brainwashed to consume endlessly. We have never been taught to any other way to think. Consider this. Our entire lives, we are programmed with the idea that we are not enough. Why? Because when you believe you don't have a good enough face, you will spend more on the makeup and cosmetics. Similarly, when you believe your body is not good enough or you look strange, you will spend on diet products, gym subscriptions, surgeries, clothing, and personal trainers, right? Similarly, you have been made to believe that celebrities have a better life than you, and we will waste all our life and spend our resources trying to achieve what they have through material and media consumption. That's crazy, right? The main process of overcoming this thought is to recognize that you have been sold a perspective on yourself and human life in general, which is not the truth. In fact, it is a lie, the lie that keeps you enslaved to the system. Everywhere we go or look, we are told that we need this, that thing, the next thing, and infinity. But we're never gonna satisfy that cycle. What we need is not outside of ourselves, but inside. I think I have a perfect example of why we should not compare ourselves. There is a story about three friends, including me among them. Couple of years back, there were these three friends in PG college who wants to achieve success in their life, success in their own terms. One friend, A, was excellent in academics, who always made fun of friend B and C because they were not to that level. Friend B, being me, always stayed unhappy because she is making fun of me and my friend. And friend C, she never complained or compared herself and actually stayed happy and enjoyed the college life thoroughly because she realized academic success is not the only success. Smart enough. So towards the end, friend A got really good marks and got placed in some MNC, and friend B got a medium level of job in some private label company, which is me, and friend C didn't get any placement, but she started her own business. Friend A still thought that she's very smart and successful than both of us. And now, talking about the current scenario, friend A is working in a consultancy and there are lakhs of employees just like her in that company. She still compares herself to friend B and C to feel better, but sadly she couldn't. Friend B, that is me, I completed my master's and with a decade of experience with MNC and startups, and here I'm a podcaster talking to you all. I don't think I'm very successful, but I've never made fun of anyone. I'm absolutely happy about the place in my life currently. And friend C, she is a champion, I should say, because she never wasted her time in comparing herself or even belittling anyone. Her business chain is one of the best chains in our area, in fact. She earns lakhs in just weeks and she's very happy about the work that she's doing to the society. Her thinking was very simple, that academic success is not the only success. So, the very simple lesson from the story is believe in yourself because you have what it takes to be the successful person, and never compare yourself to anyone less, more stronger than you, or less smarter, or more skilled than you, because you never know the future. And most importantly, to all the parents, academic success is not the only success. I request every parent to understand this point. Now, I would like to talk about the most important segment of the episode to answer Simon's question. In a world where negativity is often dampening our spirits and derailing our motivation, it's crucial to cultivate the resilience to rise above. Whether it's dealing with pessimistic co-workers, critical friends, challenging situation, or even complex family dynamics, we need to understand it starts with us. We often get very hard and unkind to ourselves. So to begin with, changing our thought process to reflect self-love is very important. That might sound vague to you, so I'll try to explain what I mean by this. Think about it like this. You are with yourself 100% of time. You are the person you're always listening to. So what kind of things do you say to yourself? A lot of time, lot of us, we may be engaging in negative self-talk without even realizing it. Sadly, that's the fact. It definitely takes some practice, but if you make a conscious effort, you can change the way you think about yourself. Start small, start with just listening to the kind of thoughts you have as a detached observer. Likewise, please do not judge your thoughts. If people are unkind to you, recognize that it's their problem and accept that you have had that thought too. Don't hate or judge yourself for it. We are all the same. We are all humans. I don't mean you shouldn't be having any opinion on things. What I mean is, if you see someone that would normally make you think of negative, judgmental thoughts like, she's ugly, he's trashy, she's so drunk, or he's acting like a fool, whatever it is, choose to relate and accept it. Set an intention for yourself to release the judgment. Instead, think about a moment when you were not your best self, but you still accept yourself, right? Think of them likewise, kindly. Think of them as just another you, just as confused or beautiful or as lost as you, because they are too. Trust me, acceptance of human shortcomings of others and as well as ourselves goes hand in hand, literally. The more you succeed in doing this, you will essentially reprogram your brain to behave completely different. Think of your mind like a a rabbit hole. So there is all kinds of tunnels everywhere inside the hole, and the rabbits running around in them are our thoughts, basically the synapses and neurons. If the rabbits are always going to the left and never goes to right, the tunnel on the left will get bigger, wider, and become the path of easy going with least resistance. The tunnel on the right will slowly close. Now, our brains are creatures of habit. The more often you choose to think thoughts of kindness, love, and acceptance, the more natural it will become. And over time, the other tunnels will close. You won't always have to make an effort to be this way, but it's only for the time being you are building this new tunnel system for your brain, for a lack of better word. Lastly, recognize that true love. The real true love you need to find in your life is your own self. Because if you can't accept and love yourself without judgment, you can't truly give that to anyone else either. So start by imagining your ideal life partner. Don't imagine about their looks or how they sound like or what they speak or what their job is and all. Visualize how they make you feel. Create that feeling in yourself. How do you feel when you look into the person's eyes? How does it feel when they hold you? How do you feel when they speak to you? Presumably, you will feel perfectly loved and accepted. You will feel, in fact, safe and cared for always. So, feel that feeling. Now, create that feeling for yourself. How does that ideal person shows you love? Do they tell you it's cute when you snort while you're laughing? Next time, please pat on yourself when you snort while laughing. Think to yourself, I'm cute. Do they say you're pretty even when you first wake up? You think you look gross? Don't think that way the next time. So when you first wake up, don't think I look gross. Choose to see yourself through the eyes of someone who loves you as you wish to be loved. Does this make sense for you? So, treat yourself in your own thoughts, words, and action the way you would imagine your perfect soulmate would treat you. Because, my dear lovelies, you're your perfect soulmate. If you find today's episode helpful, don't forget to subscribe to the Empower Journal and for more uplifting content. And if you have a moment, I would truly appreciate if you could leave me a review, as it can help others to discover our show. Thank you for listening to the episode 24 Rise Above. Download Spotify and subscribe to the Empower Journal. Also be sure to check other episodes as well. Until this is Dave signing off, I'll catch up with you soon again. Nandri!